Click on the subscribe button and remember to press the bell icon for regular notifications from our digital blogger. Hello friends, welcome to our digital blogger. Today we are going to compare India Infoline and Anand Rathi, two full service stock brokers of India. We will talk about multiple aspects including company background, account opening and maintenance charges, brokerage rates, exposure or leverage offered across segments, research quality, performance of trading platforms and some other features so that you can figure out which particular stockbroker, India Infoline, IIFL or Anand Rathi is a better one for you. Let's get started. So starting with the company background, Anand Rathi and India Infoline were incorporated almost during the same period, 1994 for Anand Rathi, a year later for IIFL in 95. Today if we talk about the offline presence, so every full service stock broker has some sort of franchise or sub broker offices across different parts of India. Anand Rathi has 1200 such offices across first, second, third tier cities, while India Infoline goes up to 4400, which is one of the biggest coverage as far as full service stock brokers in India are concerned. Well, for exchanges, BSE, NSE, MCX, NCDEX rather and USE are exchanges with Anand Rathi, while India Infoline has a membership with NSE, BSE, MCX and NCDEX. When you talk about opening an account with them, Anand Rathi is going to charge you 750 rupees for the trading account and around 550 rupees for the demat accounts. Quite an expensive number there, but you look closely there, more or less India Infoline is similar. In fact, it charges 5 rupees extra at 555 for demat, and trading account opening charges are same. Demat account AMC is free for the first year, while it's 300 around from second for Anand Rathi. The rate is same for India Infoline as well. So not much of a difference there as far as account related charges are concerned. Now brokerage is something which is going to be recurring in nature. You're supposed to pay brokerage to the stock brokers on every trade. Now full service brokers will charge you a specific percentage rate. Now Anand Rathi charges you 0.3% of your trade value. For instance, if you trade for 1 lakh, then you're going to pay 300 rupees as the brokerage charge to Anand Rathi for equity delivery. India Infoline is brokerage is going to be as high as 500 bucks. In other segments, more or less, you can see that India Infoline is relatively expensive as compared to Anand Rathi. However, you can certainly negotiate with both of these brokers for that matter. A lot of it depends on your initial turnover or initial principal amount. If you start with 40,000 or 50,000 as compared to if you start with 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs, your brokerage can be much lower than the ones we are showing here. When it comes to exposure or leverage, now if you're somebody who's a fan of exposure, well, India Infoline clearly gives you better sort of value there. For intraday go up to 20 times and for delivery 3 times for equity, while Anand Rathi stays up to 10 times for intraday and 4 times for delivery. In other segments, more or less the numbers are same, but India Infoline wins by a marginal number across other segments too. For instance, if you have trading account balance of 10,000 rupees for equity intraday, you can trade up to 1 lakh rupees with Anand Rathi and up to 2 lakh rupees with India Infoline. Now for people who do not understand this, they need to understand the risks, the implications associated with these with this particular concept here, because yes, it can certainly give you higher chance of making better profit numbers, but at the same time it can actually kill your principal amount and eat up your sort of money on the stock market. So you have to be very cautious, and at the same time you should know how it actually works before you put your money in the stock market with exposure. Then we have customer service. Now full service stock brokers, they can give you sort of high expectations when it comes to turnaround time, the professionalism and the skill set of the executive staff, at the same time the overall communication levels. Now Anand Rathi gives you email support, they give you live chat at times, they give you phone, toll-free number and offline branches. India Infoline stays with email support, phone and offline branches. But when it comes to the quality, although the number of communication channels are less for IIFL, but the quality is is way better than the one provided by Anand Rathi. Anand Rathi is not that bad, honestly. It's somewhere around average. In fact, they have started some initiatives in this direction as well. But India Infoline, being a mainstream, being a probably more mature sort of a stockbroker of India, has been able to provide much better value to its client when it comes to customer support. Moving ahead, if we talk about research and trading products, here the competition is neck to neck as far as the accuracy of the research and recommendations are concerned. Now, they give you daily reports, recommendation tips on a weekly, monthly, regular basis. So you can expect a consistency there. As far as accuracy is concerned, Anand Rathi is better for fundamental level investments. So long-term investors can actually go ahead with Anand Rathi. But if you're looking to make some profit on a regular basis through intraday trading or technical analysis, from that perspective, India Infoline does a much better job. So it really comes down to the point on whether you are a trader or an investor. Trading segments, not much of a difference. Equity, mutual funds, IPO, currency. In fact, you can trade across commodities, mutual funds, then there is insurance, then there is bonds, ETFs. So there are a wide range of trading and investment products that you can use from both these broking houses. Not much of a difference there. Some other features as well. Now you have to figure out what exactly you want, but looking at the stats here, there's not much of a difference. Robo advisory and 3-in-1 account are the two features that none of the brokers provide. In everything else, they are similar. The quality certainly can vary, but from an initial point of view, from an onset set of a viewpoint, you can go ahead with any of these brokers here. Now we'll talk about something really important. We're going to talk about trading platforms. They are the ones that actually decide when and how much profit you can actually make on the stock market, simply because if your trading platform is not going to work at the right time with the right speed, the order is not going to get executed and you're not going to make the kind of money you're expecting from the stock market. So we'll start with the mobile app, and for that we need to check out Google Play Store. So IIFL Markets is the application from the House of India Infoline. Now this is one of the topmost rated applications in trading platforms in India. It is rated at 4.4 by around 22,000 rather 500 users, out of which around 7 to 8% of them have rated this app negatively. Overall satisfaction score in this case is close to 92%. Industry average is 81%. To give you a decent benchmark. Now if you look at the stats here, the last update was done on 8th of November 2017. Generally they update the mobile app in a range of 3 to 4 weeks at max. Number of installs 1 to 5 million. Now this application is not rated the way it is for any random reason. The kind of value they provide to their clients in terms of the number of features, they have a decent well featured specific guest login as well. There are concerns in terms of the overall expectations around new updates. There have been instances where some new update has sort of introduced a bug in the application, or there is one concerns with the password update. Other than that, we've not really been able to figure out any problem much of making sort of a sense here. So from that perspective, the application is one of the most recommended applications, and you can actually go ahead and check out the guest login to get a practical idea of how the application works. Now then we have Anand Rathi. It's the exact opposite of IIFL Markets. This application, Anand Rathi Trading Mobile, is rated at a mere 2.8 by less than 350 users, and out of that around 48%, mind you, 48% have rated this app negatively. Satisfaction score is in this case is 52%, one of the worst numbers in the industry. Look at the number of installs, 10,000 to 50,000 as compared to 1 million to 5 million there. 28 July 2017 was the last update. It's been more than 5 months that this app has seen even a single update. Certainly this application nowhere close to the one provided by IIFL Markets, and if you want to pick one of those, even if you go blindly, pick IIFL Markets without any doubt. Now let's talk about the other trading platforms offered by these brokers and see what kind of a competition these brokers pose to each other. So again, we'll start with IIFL's trading platforms. They give you IIFL Trader Terminal. You can click on that link here and you can see the complete review of these terminal solutions. You need to download this and install this application onto your computer and laptop. Once you do that, you can start trading after putting in your valid credentials. Now this application is available in Windows version only. You cannot use it on Mac. Number of features are pretty exhaustive. Since it's a full service stock broker, they give access to tips, recommendations, research reports within this application itself. You You can use multiple types of charts, indicator, heat maps for technical or fundamental analysis. You can transfer your funds with more than 40 banks of India. So this is pretty exhaustive, pretty mature sort of a trading terminal application for the clients of IIFL. IIFL Markets is the mobile app. We've already discussed about this. Certainly a recommendable solution. Terminal Web is the browser-based version. Now this is applicable across any browser for that matter. You don't need to download anything or install anything onto your machine. You just go ahead with the sort of the website of IIFL, click on login, and you can start trading from there. Now this application gives you decent number of features, but not as exhaustive as compared to IIFL terminal solution. So you'll have a basic or a limited feature version here, but it can be used by beginner to intermediate level traders, if not by expert level. So these are different trading platforms from India Infoline. Now let's talk about the ones given by. Now if you look at the trading platforms, quantity wise, Anand Rathi gives you wide range of trading platforms. We'll start with the web-based browser application called Trade Express Plus. Now this is a pretty exhaustive application in terms of number of features. No need to download, install anything. Go to the website, click on login, put in the details. You also get access to technical fundamental analysis. For technical analysis, you get heat maps, technical screeners, different types of charts. Trader Lite is another web-based browser application, but if you're living in a second or a third tier city, or let's say a village for that matter, you will get limited set of features, but you can access this application with a smaller internet connection bandwidth for that matter. Now there is Trade Mobi. We have already discussed about this, one of the worst sort of a trading application when it comes to mobile. Trade Expro Plus. Now this is the terminal solution, needs to be downloaded. It's an exe file. It requires a decent sort of a configuration. You have to make sure that you maintain that because it's a kind of a bulky application. Advanced charting, it gives you option strategy, it gives you personalization features, decent level of security as well. At the same time, you can make a call directly to the broker and get your trading done. Then there is Trade Expo Plus. Again, it's a terminal based solution, but it's a more exhaustive sort of a version. It's paid in nature. You can see the pricing here: monthly around 300, quarterly 716, 6 months 1300 something, annually around 2100. Now you can go ahead and put some plugins, do some customizations. You have to pay accordingly, but Trade Expo Plus, make sure, is a paid version, and you get the sort of an idea of all the payments you're supposed to pay them, so that you don't get sort of any surprise or a shock later. But there is variation for sure. Now Trade Expo Plus, the latest sort of application we just saw, it's neck to neck in terms of overall features, gives you a decent sort of trading experience as well as compared to IIFL's terminal solution. But when it comes to the web-based browser application or the mobile app, without any doubt, you can go ahead with the IIFL's solution. So these are different trading platforms by these two stockbrokers here. So that's it as far as comparison between Anand Rathi and India Infoline is concerned. We talked about multiple features here. You have to see what exactly you are looking for, and based on that you can make a choice. However, if you want us to recommend you a broker that matches exactly with your requirements, you can check out this link here, digitalbroker.com/free callback broker choice. Put in your details and preferences. We will set up a callback for you absolutely free. That's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching it. We hope you liked it. In case you did, please go ahead and press the thumbs up. We'll really appreciate that. You can also subscribe to our channel on YouTube, the same handle, Digital Blogger, where we post content and videos on a regular basis. Thank you so much again for watching this video. Bye-bye.